What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Nicholas. Welcome to Nick's Dynasty. Let's look at my M1 Finance portfolios. I think it's been since 2018 when I started this, so it's been some years. It has been over 5 years since I opened my first portfolio here, so let's look at what things look like. This is my main investing outside of my retirement accounts. I'm going to beef this up and also my Robinhood up because I'm going to be retiring earlier and I need to use some money, get some money without taking penalties out of my retirement account. So I wasn't beefing this up too much until maybe now. So now we're going to put more into it, but we do have a decent amount in here. So let's look at it. So our first portfolio is actually called Pie Number One, and we have just $1,400 in here. You can't really look at the percentage up that it is because it's not very accurate. 78% is what it says, and that's a weighted return, but the real return on this is 33.5%. This has a market gain of $350, and the cash that I put in it is like $1,045. If we look to see what we're holding, it's mostly tech stocks. It's kind of balanced, actually. We have some tech, we have some Berkshire Hathaway, consumer goods, and some energy. The thing that's up the most is Amazon, and the real gain here is 97% or 17.9% per year. And then the lowest return is going to be Alibaba, where I'm down 53.5% or 9.7% per year, 9.72 cent per year. I do have like 100 and something bucks in value left in Alibaba. I'm going to hold and see what happens. But for Apple, is definitely performing a lot. The weighted average says it's up 216%, but I don't really look at that. But you can see this soar up here. And I didn't start with very much. In the beginning, I had like $15 in there. Didn't really put anything in there until December, and I opened it in August. And then I put a little bit more money here, boosted up, went down, but a steady trend. Even amount of money put in here, but I guess I kind of stopped putting money in here in like 2020, but then maybe I bought the dip a tiny bit. But if I had put more money in here and towards the beginning and really dollar cost average each month, this value will be way more than it is now. But during this time, right after I got this, I was also saving to buy a food truck, so I wasn't really putting too much money into M1. But if I did, you'll see it would have been a lot more than it is now. But that is Pie Number One, about $1,400, and we started with $100, of course. So if you look here at the deposits, I start off with 100 in 2018, and then 25 in 2018. Some more here. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 deposits in 2018. The withdrawal, I don't really know why I withdrew there. And then 19, we do continue with small amounts like 12.50, 15. Looks like it was monthly. And then if you do change the range to see some other stuff, you can see that I've been doing a lot of like small deposits here. Nothing really substantial. In 2020, when the market was going down $10, $20 at a time, when the market was really down in 21, this will be a really good time to put money into it, but it was still negligible because I was saving for that food truck. But you can still see in 22 we got 27. I guess in April I did put a good amount in here. I guess I put $100 in here. I guess I saw some value in there, but still it'd be great to put some more in there. The withdrawal this one is definitely a referral bonus for sure, but if we had put more during this time, like I said, it would have been more in value. But enough on that. That is the trend for everything, but let's look at the values of everything else. My other pie that's pretty old is funds, which is like the largest value is 1700, still kind of low, but we put a net cash in here of $1,210, and it is up 37.6% over 5 years, and that's 7.52% increase per year, which is a little bit probably the best out of all these portfolios. And I'm not sure if that's beating the market over this time period, but it is close to that target that you're looking for, 8% and above. We would definitely take 7.5% because we know the market was kind of down in 2020, 2021, and then started rising later in 22. So the portfolio, the part in here that's up the most is up 80%, and that is going to be it's going to be a technology sector fund. We only have like $100 in their value, but that's up the most. And the lowest gainer says medical REIT, that is down negative 70% for me, or negative 17.5% per year. This is not going to be financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest into any of these things. If I say it's up by a lot, that's not going to say go and invest in there, but you can still see a steady trend up. Shot down in 2020, 21 it started to go up. I did start putting a little bit of money in here, I do presume. Right here I did put a good amount, probably $100 in right here, and you can see right here in 2023 it's really shooting up and going to as high as highs for my portfolio. But this is mostly going to be the S&P 500, the stuff. Pretty balanced funds here. Do have some QQQ, but this is my funds, and probably what I'm going to put most of my money into for my retirement is going to be this portfolio. This portfolio is doing pretty well. I'm not going to sell this REIT, but I'm not going to really put too much more money into it. Maybe like a little bit. It is at 1% target for the portfolio, but I don't want to sell anything in this whole system. I just want to see where it goes over time. But things that are down, I'm only going to be putting negligible amount of monies in there unless it's a stock or a fund that I do believe in. So the next one is the fun one, is going to be the individual stocks. I do have a decent amount of money in here compared. It's another $1,400 one. We put a net cash of $1,343 in there, which is more than our portfolio number one. I guess I'm bullish. I thought I was bullish on some of these. My highest weighted one in here is going to be Kroger, followed by Walmart, which are up pretty decent for me, but it's not up the most for me. And the ones that are up the most for me, I'm actually surprised about. It's going to be some hotel stocks, and I wish I had put more money in there because the one that's up for me the most only has $46 in value, and it is up over 80%. And correction, in the fund, the thing that's up the most for me is up 88.6%. But for here, Marriott is up 80.1% for me, or up 17.8% per year. And I only put in like $25 in here. The market gained a little bit over $20 for me. So I'm putting that in my IRA to try to get a little bit more money into that. But I guess Marriott is a cash cow that recovered pretty well from the pandemic. But my lowest one is a very new company, very speculative space, and I'm down over $100, and I have like 143 in cash in there, and I'm down 70% or 17% per year, 17.5 per year. But this is my portfolio. It's pretty fun. A lot of things in here. I wish I had put more money into it, but this has the most things that are down because these are individual stocks. Some are speculative, and also the timing of me putting money in here is a little bit different because the ones that started going down, I stopped dollar cost averaging into it a bit, which I probably should have continued to do for some of them. But Uber is up for me now. It was down for a lot. If you look at this chart, you can see at some point it was like down. It was like negative for me. But now it is going to be up, if we can ever get it to load. Yeah, it's pretty stagnant here, but now it's shooting up. But Let's keep on going. Let's go into dividends. So this one's at $1,069 in value, mostly dividend plays. We are up totally for this, only 9.7% up, and we're up 3.23 per year. But I believe I have a dividend yield of overall of 6%, which is decent. The one that's up the most is up 41.8%. The one that's down the least is negative 48.6%. And this one I did get a decent amount of dividends from it compared to the net cash flow. But this one's focusing on dividends, and it's kind of balanced, I would say. But yeah, this one I'm playing around with and not the main focus. But we do have one more, which was originally my Bitcoin following companies or blockchain companies that were doing something with that technology. And this one, I really wish I put more money into it, even though a lot were down. One of them's up a lot, which you could probably guess. This one has NVIDIA for me, and I'm up 542% in this one. But I only put like $36 in here, so imagine if I put 100, 1,000, 10,000 here. Of course, hindsight is 2020, but I'm up over 500% in this stock. I do have more of this in my IRA, a little bit more, and I'm only up 69% with that position. But nonetheless, I have some cheap shares in this account. But I started this in 2021, and the whole thing's up 22.5%. But most of this money in here is for money I'm slowly stashing away from my parents when they retire. I mean, they are retired, but later on retirement. But net cash flow 830, and this one is growing pretty well. This is pretty balanced. S&P 500, some dividend yielding stocks, some bonds, technology, some gold stuff. But overall, this is my M1 Finance after 5 years. We do have about 7,000 something in here totally. And I started here with $100 5 years ago, but we did grow and add money into here. So overall cash flow, I probably put in like, let's see, 6,000 something bucks in here. We probably gained a little bit less than 1,000, but this has been my M1 Finance over the years. I started buying partial shares 5 years ago, and this is the results of it. I wish I had put more money into it, but I was saving up for my food truck, which I'm really happy about. But I hope you enjoyed this dive into my portfolio. Please don't copy things I'm doing. Do your own research. This is kind of like willy-nilly investing for me, but a lot of strong companies and funds are in here that I do believe in. So let me know what you think, y'all. Peace.